Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So, I'm going to see what the tea is for this self-care Sunday, okay? I wasn't going to put out a reading, but I got a message and, so I'm going to put the reading out, okay? That way everybody gets the energy, gets, the health, right? So, clear out the energy, guys. And see what the tea is. For your guys, ancestors, oracles, you know I can't do this without you, so please give me a clear guided message as to what my collective and I need to hear today for this self-care Sunday. Remember that my readings are timeless, and it could be for now, it could be for later, it could be for the past. So take it as a resonance, okay? And an emperor could be a female. It's an energy. The tea. Grab your tea, grab your drink. Grab your tea. Do whatever you have to do, okay, to get comfortable, because we're spilling the tea, okay? The Four of Swords. It's about resting, recuperation, okay? Healing after a troubling time. Getting past the trauma, okay? Almost a near-death experience, okay? We have the Five of Cups. Okay, so the Five of Cups talks about really dwelling on the things that you can't change. Okay, we have to understand not to be victimizing ourselves. Okay, with this Five of Cups, it's victimizing yourself. You cannot put what is spilled back into the cup, especially if the cup is cracked. You know what I mean? It's garbage. You know, it's a garbage thought. It's a garbage energy. It's garbage love and passion. Okay, there's not much we can do about a cracked cup or spilled milk. Okay, all we can do is really clean it up. Your guts. I want to talk, but there's nothing here that's fulfilled my mind. So we have the King of Swords in reverse. Okay, so the King of Swords. Oh, yeah, the King of Swords in reverse. With the Four of Cups in the reverse. Okay, so what's going on is someone's dwelling, someone's reminiscing about the past. This King of Swords in reverse is someone who's manipulative, someone who's mean, condescending, lying. Okay? They're manipulative, they're abusive. Now, this Four of Cups in the upright is talking about finally taking the fucking self-love cup. Okay? Doing the inner healing. The understanding that, Sukhaites, you had this opportunity in front of you with this love, this ever-abundant flowing of love, okay? And now it's time for you to actually take the cup. Okay, we always go through this energy. Sometimes we end up with these King of Swords in the reverse kind of energies, okay? But it's up to us not to victimize ourselves and keep playing and reminiscing in this energy. It's really up to us to take the self-love cup, to do the inner healing, to understand where we stand and take responsibility for our actions. Understanding that we allowed this to come in. We didn't deserve it and we didn't ask for it, but we allowed it. So now it's time to take responsibility for ourselves and take that self. You're no longer feeling like it's just all there is to life because you understand that, we're all human, having human experiences, which means that we're all of light and dark. So there is no better or worse. There is no good or evil. It's all mutual. So it's all perceived by the things that we've been through. Now the Five of Pentacles in the upright. So it's like you feel that lack, okay? You have this lack of spiritual guidance and, you're feeling left out in the cold and stuff. But if you look in this picture with this opposition deck, she's she's asking for the help. She understands, or he understands, remember it's an energy, that we have to ask for help. We have to reach out. We cannot do these things by ourselves. Sometimes we can. A lot of the healing, it does. It consists of being on your own. But in order to get the tools and learn how to use them, we have to ask for the help. So it's about sitting there and understanding, even as, because it's underneath this King of Swords. So even if you're sitting in this very aggressive energy, very abusive kind of energy, we can get out of this by asking for help, by seeing the people who have been in the same situations we've been in and ask them how they themselves have took the self-love, how they themselves have felt and filled up their empty cup after reminiscing and seeing the spilled milk, okay? Instead of sitting in this energy, in this toxic kind of codependent energy where you're projecting, because hurt people, so you're projecting. You ask for the help. You're only projecting, you're only in pain because of the fact that you're feeling left out internally. So when you start to love on yourself, you don't necessarily need the external world to fill your cup. You know that you have a blessing. You have this never abundance, this agape kind of thing going on with self. Okay? Because we're always gonna have this poverty. And we're going to be put into these situations with these kind of energies, and it's going to make us feel very much left out, poverty, and stricken. And then that's when we have to regain back our control and our power and our dignity, and understand that we need to reach out and ask for the help, so that we're not sitting here dwelling too much on the things that we can't control. We need to not victimize ourselves. We need to self-love and take the fucking cup. Okay? We have the Page of Swords in that. So it's about really gaining information, going out and studying, really traveling and trying to learn something new and broaden your horizon, get out of the box and really learn something, learn how to ask for help. Learn how to really get yourself out of this cold, desolate feeling, It could also talk about somebody spying, but they're getting the information. They're not able to lie on you because the information is the truth. The sword is in the upright. So there's some kind of information, knowledge, and truth that you're finding out. Thank you. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. And we have the Five of Swords in the upright. Okay, so this is really good. So you're really working, really putting and turning your professions into a talent, really going forward with any kind of investments that you have, okay? Because you're letting go of some kind of thought process. You're understanding that the world is a give and take with the Four of Pentacles in reverse. You're not holding on and letting go. You're not holding on and being miserly. You're understanding that you need to give to get. And now somebody is in this Five of Swords, very much defeated. They're surrounded by mud, and it's like a muddy, murky kind of emotions. And they're sitting in this, and they're feeling very defeated because they tried to win one up or get one up on somebody. And we have to remember that this King of Swords kind of energy, could be male, could be female, you take it as it resonates, is always going to come up in your energy, because when people do bad onto you, they don't realize the consequences for their actions. And then they get stuck in this Five of Pentacles, this poverty. And then they don't know how to ask for assistance. Excuse me, that's clarification. Now, there's somebody studying here, somebody getting some kind of information that you're working or turning your profession into your talent into some kind of profession, really working hard, really getting some kind of goal going. And now it's allowing you to understand that this world is a give and take. You let go of some kind of thought process, some kind of miserly, some kind of materialistic kind of energy, and you start to give. And now somebody, see, it was in this way, but it's in reverse. So somebody, it was very much trying to get one up and, you know, is very much in this murky kind of energy around them, this murky emotions. But I'm seeing it this way. Now they're completely fucking defeated and they're left out in the rain. In the rain because somebody is letting go. Self-love, right? They're taking that self-love cup and they're understanding the gifts from the angels and the Songkor Desu and the ancestors. They're not dwelling on this broken, you know, cups, you know, this missed opportunities. And that's because of the fact that of the dwelling. They've been through it, they went through it, they know that if they're gonna stay in this kind of energy, it's only gonna bring mess. They're gonna feel completely defeated, this King of Swords in reverse. Completely defeated because of the fact that somebody is very much working extremely hard to get what they want. And they're letting go of something. And someone's studying it, learning it, seeing it with this Page of Swords. Anything else with this deck? Thank you. So we have the Ace of Wands in reverse, okay? With the Death card in reverse. See what happens? When you don't put to death things, when you don't transform, when you don't, you know, see what's going on around you and pay close attention, and you just, you know, with the Two of Swords, you're naive, blindfolded, hiding in the dark, the moon representing the things that are hidden in the dark, okay? Now, you have no passion, no drive, no inspiration, you can't get it up. It's no good news at all, okay? And it's because you were putting to death something. Now it's all about transformation, it's all about evolution. So we need to really evolve, really empower, really establish things within self so we can build these beautiful empires and foundations and, you know, motivate and push people forward to do the best for their family and their next generation, right? Well, somebody is trapped up in their head because they're seeing somebody else take the self-love cup. Now they need to sit down and take some notes so that this way they stop dwelling on the past spilt milk that they cannot no longer retrieve, okay? They're sitting this King of Swords energy in reverse, very much lying and deceitful. And now somebody is getting their pentacles and it's causing someone to have a lack mentality. They have no drive, they can't get it up. Okay? And it's because of their own choices. Now the Reaper is coming after them, and you have to pay the consequences for your actions, and everybody does. And that's because of the fact that people were blinded, conceited, naive. The Two of Swords in reverse. You know. You know that it's cold. You know that it's desolate. You know that you were being naive, and now you took the blindfold off. You see how you were in the dark, whatever, somebody around you was in the dark, take it as it resonates. Now you have the blindfold off and you're seeing how fucking dark it is. You're not naive no more. You're not, and you're gonna put to death all these things, but in order to do so, you have to see that it's a self-imposed entrapment. Somebody is imprisoned in the mind. Now we are all going through this right now. We're all prisoners of our own thought process, and that's where we have to learn to do the self-love, the evaluation, the check-ins and check-outs, and understand that we are only responsible for ourselves. We allow these things to happen. We allow it to play in our head. Even if we were a victim at one point or another, we're survivors. So it's up to us not to victimize ourselves and, heal, because it's all self-imposed, and these swords are the mind. So why are we going to play these things that we have already healed, we've already been through? Okay, it's up to us to really get the fuck out of this chair, because this dude, his arms are only tied in the back. The fuck if I'm just gonna sit there and be like, man, I'm gonna fight. I'm gonna get out of there. There's no way I'm gonna sit there with these swords around me. Just because they're around me, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna use the swords to cut my arms free. It's imposed itself. It's about having the strong mind and the willpower to push yourself forward. We can all do this. I promise you, no matter how desolate and dark the situation is, we have the power to get ourselves out of this mind, this trapped feeling, this up all night and this contemplation. We can do this, but we have to empower each other to know that we're not alone. We are never alone. Okay? We have this 10 of Pentacles. The legacy, the ancestors, the wisdom of, the generations before and the generations after. We have to think of the bigger picture. We have to have a bird's eye view of things, or else we get trapped in our head. It's time to take these swords out and look at the truth, our truth, no longer putting things under the rug and taking full responsibility for our actions, and that we allow these things into our lives. It's just that simple, and it's okay to say that we were wrong, because the 10 of Pentacles yet again comes out. Okay? So it's about the legacy. It's about being authentic to you, so then this way we can actually be good role models for others. Okay? We lead by example. Okay? A true leader is at the back of the crew. Why? Because they lead. They wanna they show you once and then you do it. You know what I mean? A real leader is not the one who is at the front taking up all the hype and everything. No, the real leader of the pack is at the back. The one who's kind of just making sure everybody's in line, doing as they need to do. You need to lead by example and understand that it's just about being authentic to self. We all have a role and a goal and a purpose, and we're all needed. Okay? Spirit guides, ancestors, oracles, show me what I need to see. What they can for the tea, what's the tea, what's the tea, what's the tea, guys? Okay? So we have the 9 of Wands. So the Wonder Warrior, okay, it's time to stand up for yourself. Time to stand up for your territory, your boundaries. Do what you need to do for you, okay? Now, this wounded warrior has been through some shit. It's been through the mud, the grits, has been, this 9 wands. So it's a lot of trials, a lot of tribulations, but you have to remember that these are like character builders. Okay, so if we learn from these experiences, because unfortunately, with life we get the lesson first. We get the test before we get the lesson. But what's awesome is as we grow, we start to evolve in our minds. So then we get to go backwards and we start to learn the lesson, and we're able to take the test again. And that's where we can stand protected, knowing that even if we're only got this little itty bitty underpants and we're very much, out in the elements and really broken and beaten and in despair, we can still do this because remember how many times we've done this before. We've done it. We've been here. So if we could do it then, we can do it now. But now we have a bigger perspective of things. Because it's the Hierophant in reverse. Okay, it's time to get out of this thought process of this religion-based um, feeling, okay? The box kind of energy, because all that's ever done is keep people suppressed, stuck, broken, like telling people that the music, yes, okay, I understand that some music to people is, uncomfortable for them. But that doesn't mean that it's dark or it brings in energies. No, listen, it's all projection. So if you're feeling this kind of way, it's only because you yourself are a dark entity. And so you want to project that and say that people are listening to this and they themselves are going to invoke energy. That's not the case, sweetheart. It's a projection. Now that is all religion based. It's all the keeping you stuck. Now, me as a spiritualist, I am not religion based. I think of the bigger picture. And that's what this Hierophant in reverse is. It's going against the status quo of things to really build something. Okay. Now, I've got so much ridicule and so much backlash as starting this channel just because of the things that in my belief systems. But I know that there's a lot of people out there because I myself. So we need to understand that this is what we need to get out of because that's what's keeping us trapped and in this naked feeling, okay? Where we're always having to protect ourselves. Like I said, I've been ridiculed because I speak the truth. No bullshit. I spill the tea. It is what it is. And I don't mind because I myself will tell on myself. You know what I mean? I have no shame. None whatsoever. I do what I do because I enjoy what I do. The Hierophant in reverse. Okay? But somebody you have to stand as a leader with the Hierophant, the leader, the public speaker. But it's in reverse. So it's like you need to get out of the box. It's not about religion based, it's about more of the high priestess. Your intuition, standing in your power, understanding that it's about the esoteric, what you can't see. We're not always going to know everything, but it's about going internally and using your own discernment when putting these situations. If you feel in your gut that it's just not right, then it's just not right. You need to pay attention to these things because these things are what's going to help you to protect you. Because if you're in this Hierophant energy, you're always going to, like I said, be projecting these evil kind of things because you yourself are being trapped by a religion-based thought process. So if you get out of this religion-based thought process, you won't feel like the end of the world. You won't feel like for instance, I'm not going to name names, but there was somebody who had said, I don't believe in God and this and that because of the fact that if there was a God, then why would bad things happen to people? It's unfortunate, but I once asked, life, why are you so hard? And they said, listen, sweetheart, these people never enjoy or respect or learn from something easy. So we have to learn the hard lessons. And yes, bad things happen to good people, but good things happen to good people too. So it's about a balance. Life is a balance. There is no good, there is no bad. We take it for what it is and we learn and we process and we evolve and we teach. Okay? We don't stay stuck in this religion-based thought process. We use our intuition knowing that there is a bigger picture to things and that we don't have to stay stuck or die miserable and alone and knowing, well, finally, there's a lot of people walking this earth that just wish they could get hit by a bus today. And that's not okay. It's not okay. So that's why we make you use our intuition. Really guide people to understand that you're not alone. You're not alone. It's okay to feel like that because it's just about the wrong choices with the Two of Wands. Knowing that you had a choice in your hand. We all have choices. We all have to map out these things. But hold on, I'm doing a reading, but you can come in. Okay, so it's about making choices, having the world in your hands, and just knowing that unfortunately we do make wrong choices. So we have to use our intuition when we go forward so that we get out of this box thinking and start protecting ourselves. Because we have the Six of Wands, so it's about public recognition, victory, success, really going forward with some kind of goal, some kind of achievement, really winning after a war, right? Because you have the Seven of Pentacles. So it's about what you invest in, what you put your time in, mind, body, and spirit, right? The Trinity. So it's about having the protection from the ancestors. One more time. Because you have the Page of Pentacles. So you're starting some kind of new legacy, some kind of brand new beginning. It's about good news, fortune. So who knows what, right? What's the advice for this reading? So I'm going to close it up starting. The advice. So we have the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Death. Okay. So Queen of Wands in reverse. Frustration. Okay. There's a lot of insecurities, a lot of moodiness going on. The advice is the Queen of Wands may be telling you to work on your self-confidence. You're feeling overwhelmed and moody. Pull inward and reflect on your situation and be sure to listen to your intuitive gut. Stand strong in your convictions, even if others have a difficult time believing in you. Okay? Look, I bought a beautiful money tree yesterday. It's so pretty. So many trees around me. It's so beautiful. Okay? Because it's time for the death, the rebirth. Okay? Metamorphosis, new beginnings and cycles. The advice is change is incoming. Perhaps you need to let go of unhealthy relationships. One major phase in your life is ending, but that opens the door for new beginnings. Let go of uncertainties and allow yourself to start anew. Okay, is there anything else? Thank you guys for watching. If it resonated, please like, comment, subscribe. If you want a more personal, in-depth reading, I'm going to put all the information on the bottom as usual, and my website should be up soon. So it's taking a little while, but you know, it's all about the details, and I want it to be perfect before I drop it. So we have the Six of Pentacles in the upright, and we have the Justice in reverse. Okay, and at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Cups in reverse. So somebody missed out on some kind of opportunity, and that's what's hidden. Okay, there's an emotional loss, some kind of emptiness, not filling up that cup. And remember, it's self-love, so it's all about filling up that one cup and taking the time, the rest, the recuperation. You know, that's why, like, I had went on that beautiful fucking trip, but I needed time for myself, right? And especially because I still have my clients this weekend. So, you know, I didn't put out any readings, but I did get the messages saying I should, so I did. And Jacoby said I should do 2 readings so that, you know, it should like build up the clientele. But yeah, anyways, so you have the Ace of Pentacles here. You've been hurting due to some kind of emotional instability, pain, or loss for a long time. You may also be experiencing some sort of creative block. Who has control of your cup, and who is allowing it to overturn? Think about what you need. Think about what you can do to get a firm grip on it in the upright. So it could be in the upright again, excuse me. Okay, because you have this Six of Pentacles in the upright. It's about charity and sharing and giving and receiving some kind of wealth, okay, and generosity. It says you may be like the wealthy person in this card, having a good relationship with money and in this position to offer financial assistance to others. Or you may be in the receiving end of somebody's generosity and you are accepting these gifts with gratitude. Okay, but you have this Justice in reverse card. There's a lot of dishonesty and fairness, and that's why the Six of Pentacles is coming in. Okay, for this injustice, this unfairness, somebody not taking accountability in this imbalance. Okay, it says you may be living in denial. Maybe you need to attune for wrongdoings. This is a sign that you need to take action. Don't be so hard on yourself, though. Handle yourself with maturity and move on with your head held high. Okay, because you have that Ace of Cups, right? In reverse. But you have the High Priestess in the upright, right underneath that Ace of Cups. It's about using your intuition and the unconscious and that inner voice inside of you, and the mystery, you know, go with your internal light. Okay, it says you need to listen to your gut, meditate, reflect, and turn inwards. The answers are within you. You're heading towards a period of growth. Okay, so let's get some oracle cards. I'm gonna go in with this one first, and it says goddess. Okay, the goddess. Embrace your feminine. Create and be gentle. Nourish yet strong. Do not listen to those who want to keep you small. Believe that you are important as the stars in the heavens. Okay? Now the dreams. People. Okay? Look at that fucking mask. Where, when are your feelings discouraged and dissolving? Do you want to be part of an in crowd? What ideal qualities would you like to adapt? Okay, and I'm going to split the deck. And it says landscaping and places. Okay, are you uncomfortable with your environment? Do you wish to explore new experiences and perspectives? Do you wish to escape from your present constraints? Now, from the High Priestess of Light. Spirit guides, ancestors, give us some guided messages from the High Priestess of Light Oracle, then, please. Thank you. Okay, so you have friendship here. Okay, so it's about support and fun and unity and really asking for the help. Okay, going out and finding your soul tribe, because it says go with the flow, letting go, cleansing, and receiving. Sometimes we need to understand that we can't do it alone all the time. Grateful optimism, okay? Joyous view of the future. We have to be optimistic and understand that it's not always going to be good. Sometimes it's going to be a crazy uphill battle, but remember the view is beautiful when we get to the top. So it's about innovation, okay, and creating something new and being authentic and going forward and, you know, not copying other people's talents. It's really turning your own talents into your profession and going forward and having courage, being courageous and being this lion or lioness and going forward with strength and fierceness, okay? And understanding it's about duality. It's about the light and the dark, like I've been saying the whole time. It's about understanding that there is no good and bad, that we need it. It's the duality of things. It's about understanding the many meanings and the misunderstandings that the light and the dark bring, and how people are just projecting these things, okay? We need to have an open heart, okay? Go forward and have deep connections and really use the water to bring blessings into it. And last but not least, I'm gonna the advice from Spirit Animals. Thank you. So we have the dog. So it says your loyalty and faithfulness is being misplaced by serving too many masters. The peacock says let yourself stand out and be noticed. The falcon says act on the opportunities before you and commit to it without equivalation. The meacock says get support from trusted group of like-minded individuals. The cat says it's time to strike out on your own and replenish your overdependency on others. And the camel says trust that you have the resources to get you to the challenges before you. So love, light, respect. Have a beautiful night, and I hope that resonated. Enjoy the rest of your self-care Sunday. Bye.